Okay. Alright, here we go. The Pimp Ken. Dude, the costume code is an abomination. Why does Ken have disgusting costumes? He only has disgusting costumes. So this guy's name is Skunkadelic. Yeah, if you hold 3 punches, it's 3 punches, light kick, and up. Ken will take off his cape. Yeah. 3P, light kick, up. There's another one for Urian to like take off his suit. Okay. All right, let's just watch it. Always just watch it. Okay. Oh, he has V skill too. Okay. Bipson.
Round 2. Fight.
Okay. A little bit similar to the last game, or last match. There is some Ken vs. Bison specific stuff that... Okay. 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 Cool. Ooh, okay. I've got a tangle of wires here. I recently rerouted my wires. Big mistake. Once you get pristine cable management, don't ever mess with it. Okay. Those games were much longer than the other ones. Lord Bipson seems to want to take his time a little bit. Hell's Warp V-Trigger 2 for Bison is kinda rough for him to use. There's a lot of ways you can easily deal with Hell Warp. Okay. 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 So this replay, like you said, is gonna go a little bit faster because a lot of the things are a little similar to the first set. A little bit similar to the first set, like using V-Trigger 2 to get out of situations. That's not bad though. That usage of V-Trigger 2 is not that bad. So we don't need to fine-tooth comb, but there are some Bison-specific things, right? Okay, let's get this bad boy bumping. So similar weaknesses to verse. Excuse me. Damn, what was that guy's name? I literally cannot remember this player's name. Oh boy. Oh boy. What was the first guy's name? What was the first guy's name? Not Skunkadelic. Shit. Randizzle. Randy. Randizzle. All the same thing, sort of thing. All the same things here too. Bison matchup knowledge. Randizzle. Let's see. Okay, so game 1, round 1. Let us view the reply. We will view the reply. This went a lot. One of the things I saw is this is not necessarily like super useful information, but I did notice that this went a lot slower than Randizzle.
Round 1. Fight.
I'm just gonna note that down. I don't know if that's super useful yet, but that seems to be a pattern. It's a lot slower than versus Randizzle. Okay, so this dash, this is 244 damage right here. Hard to react to, but necessary to react to. Okay, Sweparusk. Okay, so this teleport, this right here is absolutely just punishable. This is not safe. So he teleports on you, right? Right here, you kind of get caught pressing, so it's kind of not intuitive to press again. But right here, if you see him teleport behind you, just press crouching hard punch. You'll crush counter him every single time. This is actually not real. So, we're gonna put down, we saw teleports. Bison, VSO2, teleports. Yeah, it's actually a very slow move. Not being punished with crouch hard punch. Okay. Lots of sweeps. There's an anti-air opportunity. This is a little bit more difficult, but there may have been an anti-air opportunity here. This is a little bit advanced. You want to look for these. Probably at a later date. But right here, you got to make sure. So this is a pretty common way for Bison players to try to approach. They'll throw the EX and then follow it, right? But at certain distances, the time between you blocking this EX, yeah, see this right here? You could have, yeah, you could have just anti-aired him right here with a medium uppercut. Yeah, you could have just did it. You want to be aware of that because at Bison players will try to gimmick with that a lot. That's one of the chances you have to get some damage, but that's not something we need to be worried about right now. Oh, I like the pokes. Poking with crouch medium punch. Nice. Okay. Walk in throw. Bad buffer. Hunting for those walk-in throws, I see.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh man. Okay. Okay. Anti-airs. Yeah, I'm gonna put anti-airs here. Letting Bison jump a lot for free with no AA DPs. Just no AA in general. DPs. I'll put DPs. DPs are important. Okay. Generally in this situation, when Bison throws this EX, this is really common for Bison players. Generally what you want to do is, so this is kind of a checkmate kind of situation. If you jump this, you're kind of screwed. He gets to do a fatty juggle combo right here. He gets air medium punch, air medium punch. You hit the ball. He gets to do scissor kicks, all sorts of crazy shit. There's that mashing again. Medium punch, medium punch. So generally, when you see Bison throw this ball, I would just attempt to block the ball and be prepared for what option he comes in with. Right here, usually you kind of jumped a little bit beforehand, but you usually do want to just try to block that ball. Okay. Nice. Is this a reaction to the throw? This is a reaction to the throw whiff? It is. Nice. This is good. Just kind of misspaced the distance. There's no follow-up, though. Similar to the last game. Here again. So, good choice to press a button there, but here, you just press down fierce. Ken will 100%, as soon as you see him disappear, just press down fierce. Ken will just turn around and crush counter him. Okay. In the corner now. Oh, walk up throw. Okay. Bold. Okay, this is not bad. He's very far away. This is the suck. Nice follow-up. Nice. So here, we need to have an Oki option. Down medium punch would be the choice. Just like we identified with Randizzle. Versus Randizzle, down medium punch would be the choice right there. Because it'll take you right back into the same situation. CC opportunity right there. Okay, we're going to have to... This is the power of the replay. He's going to Psycho Crush. Okay, let's find out what he is here. Okay, big blocks. He is -3. He is -3 at this distance. So here, now that we know this is -3, we could probably press our jab, crouch short, pretty much almost anything. You could even do down medium punch because he can't act for 3 frames, right? So that's Bison can make that more or less minus depending on the distance. He can also do some tricky things like cross you up with the Psycho Crusher too. Another thing about that V trigger is that it has a command grab on it. So when Bison activates V trigger 2, he can do a command grab on you. Well, it's important to be aware of that. Let's note down Psycho Crush. And that's BT2 activated. From far away. Okay. Alright. Okay. Jumping. Sweeping. This here would require an advanced technique, but this is an opportunity for free damage. Right here, you decide to walk forward. You could have done crosscut. You could have done the crosscut DP input. I wouldn't worry about that right now, but that's an opportunity where that could happen. When you take your turn back, you mostly do it with sweep. Sweep is cool if it hits. But generally, just like versus Randizzle, you want to choose something that flows out into superior options, you know? So I would choose maybe a medium punch here. This situation like before, just gotta deal with the ball. A lot of sweeps. Let's put that in noticing a lot of sweeps. A lot of sweeps from Ken. anti-air opportunity. Tricky, but still. Okay. Man, this guy is on a pogo stick. Okay. Crouch medium kick and sweep with crouch medium punch. Good choice. Good choice.
Round 2. Fight.
Heavy agree. I was just about to say, every time you want to sweep, if you did crouch medium punch, you'd be in a better situation. Here again, this is a CC opportunity. If you see him disappear, just do crouch fierce. With the ball out, it's different, of course, right? So here he throws the ball. The ball would protect him. So if you CC'd him right here, you'd get hit with the ball. But still, so to block this, right? You're gonna need to block towards the left. So you're blocking, the reason you're walking right here is because you're blocking against the ball. You always block against the character. So you know that Bison is gone. Actually, let's load up the hitboxes for this. It'll make it a little bit more obvious. Okay. Let's go back. Okay, so check this out. He's teleporting. Right? When he disappears, you see how he's not on the screen anymore? He's on the other side. So right here, this was just tricky to block. But you want to block against Bison. And you know which way he's coming with ahead of time. So like right here, if you look at the top of that input feed, you can see that you're holding towards the right. But if he teleports, you can immediately just go left. Or go the other way. Okay, he does a little juggle. Again, pretty much the same as Randizzle right here. You block a move. This roundhouse is +3. So you try to press medium kick here and he frame traps you. I would say, I'm going to write this in recommendations. Ken's V reversal is very good. If you want to contest pressure but not risk getting frame trapped, you can use V reversal pretty liberally. You can really, Ken's V reversal is one of the best V reversals in the game. I would argue that it used to be the best, and then they nerfed it, and now it's like in line with some of the other top tier ones. But Ken has an amazing V reversal. So if you're like, I'm not down with this guy pressuring me, like ever, V reversal city, just V reversal city, because Ken is a character that doesn't really rely too much on the V trigger. V trigger is really nice and it is really powerful to have either one, but Ken, he doesn't need it. Okay, EX. Dizzy is high here. Sometimes you got bust out. Don't disagree. Don't necessarily super agree, but also okay. Hit confirms. This is just another thing to practice. I wouldn't worry about this until you get down crouch medium punch target combo. Nice. There's that follow up again. Let's do some formatting real quick. This is round 2. Pretty much. Cycle crush. Bison block strings. Matchup knowledge. Yeah, you wanna follow up. Follow up after VHDP Oki needs to be more. Needs to be a plus frame normal. A normal that generates plus frames. Okay. Decent usage of reversal EX. You'd use reversal EX, not mashing with it constantly, not wasting it constantly, waiting for a good opportunity to use it. Waited. Okay. Okay. Yeah, there's another a standing medium kick. Here, you missed this meaty. I would exchange this for medium punch. This is a little bit early because he doesn't get up, so it makes it a little bit weird. But I would exchange that for medium punch. Okay. Here's a crush counter opportunity again. Okay. Now, so this is a little bit beyond where we're at, I think. But he has V-Trigger 2 and V-Skill 2, which means he cannot absorb fireballs. And Bison is a character that has a little bit of a tricky time getting around fireballs, even with the teleport. You would think that if you threw a fireball and he teleported, he'd punish you. But in fact, at certain distances, you can throw your fireball and still crush counter him. The teleport is that slow. He's just kind of doing it, but it is not safe to do it all. That's just like a jump in, basically. It's a free crush counter opportunity for you. Okay, so recommendation: take Bison to the lab. Set Bison bot to VT V-Skill 2 teleport and CC with crouch hard punch. Focus on using crouch meaty punch more often. And play a few games with only a DP as the goal. Okay, I think this is pretty similar to Randizzle. This is pretty similar to that last match. Yeah, Bison's V-Trigger V-Skill 1 could absorb, but V-Skill 2 kind of asses him out. So let me bring up the training room, and we'll see. The reaction here is just pretty much just straight up down fierce. Okay. Psycho power. Psycho. Here we go. Walk up throw. Hey, man. Hey, man. You didn't quit. You played it all the way through. That's cooked. I won't get myself in trouble with that one. So check this out. If Bison teleports, just fierce. Look how late you can do it. Look how late. Look at, I'm waiting even longer every time. You can do it so late. That was a little bit early. Yeah, you just CC. If you wanted to get fancy, you could do like, I don't know. You could buffer. Yeah, even if he does it from a weird distance, you still hit him. So it's like he can't get out of this. I don't know, just DP, DP, DP or something. You can do a lot. Generally, from this, I'd recommend, if you're looking for a combo to do here, off the CC. Actually, let's check the Ken guide. We got it. It's open, right? Ken guide. Is this on? I just downloaded this bad boy. Here we go. Season 5 Ken guide. Let's go for the combo section. We're looking for optimal regular combos. So mid-screen, no bar. Mid-screen, no bar. You can get medium Tatsu, HP Shoryuken. Okay, this is actually a really tricky fucking combo. This is actually really hard to do. But let's see what Chili said. Let's take it to the lab. It depends on the distance, but yep. You may, if he does it close like that guy was doing it, you might not be able to link this because you'll be too far away. But if he does it from far away and he comes up more behind you, you'll be able to get it. Or closer behind you. Or is it if he's close, he's closer? I don't know. This has a propensity to whiff. This is something to lab out. I mean, I haven't even really labbed this. All I know is that this is what I would do. You can get a fancy combo, like you could do this, and if it crush counters, you could just do the same thing. Yeah, you can just crouch hard punch into heavy, yeah. I would say run HDP or just crouch hard punch DP if you wanted to keep it really simple. Then you could just run, medium punch, target combo, right? So this feeds right back into what you were talking about with Randizzle, is if you just do hard punch DP, you get to run, do this, feeds right back into itself. Guarantee you, even though this seems really, really simple, this will blow up 90% of players. Chili is correct. This move is definitely a gimmick, but you can. This is the response you want, even if it's not a common thing that may happen. Still important to practice this, you know. That's the fancy combo, but for that you need to input Shoryuken backwards. You can just do it though. Into EX. Yeah, he just kept doing. He was doing it. Another thing he was doing was following the ball. He would do the ball. This you just gotta watch out for. This is a little bit tricky. You gotta identify what spacing you're at. But if he doesn't do this properly, you can go through it. You just gotta watch out. I would say I would recommend just blocking this. Just trying to block the ball. Contesting it requires like a really, really decent identification of spacing. The further away you block it, the more tight his block string is. So if you block this up close, he does this, of course you want to try to anti-air him. But I wouldn't worry about that just yet. I would just say if he approaches with this, just block the ball. Just block the ball and stand up if he jumps. What else here? What use? Okay. Yo, the formatting for my sheet. What happened to my formatting? Ken's V reversal is really good. Take Bison to the lab. Yeah, I would recommend, just like versus Randizzle, set Bison bot. Pick Bison and just mess around. And just mess around. Try to emulate sequences you remember Bison players doing. See when the pressure ends and what is plus or what is minus. Don't just take Bison bot to the training mode. Just look at his shit, you know? Because to really get the matchup knowledge, you have to play a lot versus people, but you also have to take the character into training mode and play it a little bit yourself, you know? So like, if you see this move, you should know it's his standing medium punch. If you see this move, you should know it's his stand fierce, right? This is Psycho Axe. Psycho Axe has a target combo. This is roundhouse. This is, you know, he has a slide, right? Stuff like that. And then I would say focus on using crouch medium punch more, just like with against Randizzle. And then even though this steps outside of the current like practice goal that you've set, I would say still play a few games where it's just like only AADP is what you're looking for. You know, just try to AADP. Oh, it's too far away. Other than that, I think a lot of the things would overlap with the first game. In that second game, you did a little bit better of not being so flustered. I think because Randizzle was a little bit more in your face, you were acting a lot quicker. One of the things I can tell you're doing is, let me get rid of the camera. One of the things I can tell you're doing with the... Actually, let me do this. So the input display here on the bottom, when you're pressing buttons, you're doing this. You're pressing them like 3 or 4 times. I think that's a side effect of wanting to get to the button quickly, right? That urge to like go on the button will go away more when you just have like the bank of knowledge to be like, oh, okay, this is that on block, it's plus or it's minus, I get to press this here, it's my turn now, it's not my turn now. But I still would say maybe consider, you know, being a little bit nicer to the arcade stick. Because while it doesn't look like it's a super bad habit right now, this can develop into like you doing this, which will mess up your execution in the future. So I would recommend it against hitting the buttons multiple times. Double tapping is you know, perfectly fine and stuff, but you don't want to like intentionally hit the button 4 or 5 times just to make it come out. The button will come out if you pressed it. Okay, look, I know online is kind of fucked up. I know online sucks, but like if you press the button, it will come out, you know. So I would say just consider this. Double tapping. Yeah, I personally, when I use the stick, I don't double tap because I use my ring finger and my middle finger mostly to press buttons. So I'll press my buttons like this, you know? But if you're completely cool with like having your hand up, double tapping is the tech. I mean, there's literally no disadvantage to double tapping. The only time there's a disadvantage to double tapping is when you want to plink something, but plinking is kind of an obsolete technique nowadays because of how how lenient the game's inputs are. There are some